In the beginning of the 16th century, the Spaniards and Portuguese began to transport Negroes for familiar labor to the well to to the West Indies and Brazil, by which the Negro trade was rapidly increased. The Spaniards had their first settling in the West Indies, right? Immediately treating the natives of that part of the globe according to the Pope's instructions. Remember, reduce all infidels into slavery.
Hey, Bishop Nathaniel, shalom, elder, shalom. Guess what I just got in the mail, and I'm so excited to open it up. All praises, man. I cannot wait to read this book. It is so great.
Shabbat Shalom as well, Israel. The Critical Review or Annuals of Literature by a Society of Gentlemen, and it was written in 1783, right? So let's go in here real quick. Page 140, real quick. We're going to start from the highlighted area. Pope Nicholas V, in that famous bull by which he granted the unknown world, which is the Americas, to the Portuguese and Spaniards, expressly permitted and ordered the Christians to reduce all infidels or non-believers, to slavery. You see that? Into slavery. In order zealously executed by both these nations, right? Professor Sprengel divided the history of the Negro trade carried out by Christians into two particular periods. The first from 1443 to 1645, and the second from 1645 to the present time, which we just seen is 1783 is when this book was published. The first period is the time of its increase, during which not only its founder, the Portuguese, but the English, the Dutch, and the French dealt in Negro slaves, though chiefly for the use and consumption of Spaniards, and the sugar and the tobacco plantations in Brazil. During the latter period, these four nations were obligated to share that trade with the Swedes, Danes, which are the Danish, Brandenburgers, the North Americans, in France, 1778. All right, so let's get down just a little bit. King John II in 1492 expelled all Jews to the islands of St. Thomas, which is West Africa. All right. It's the islands off of the direct body of Africa. It's West Africa, though, which had been discovered in 1471, and to other Portuguese settlers on the continent of Africa. And from these vanished Jews kicked out, the Black Portuguese, as they are called, and the Jews in Luango, who are despised even by the very Negroes, are descended. All right. So they're saying that the Negroes are the Jews, and they had a problem with each other and they despised each other. And this is the whole thing, is that one wanted to keep the law and one did not want to keep the law. Let's go to that real quick. Let's go to that. That's like Maccabees 1. Let's go to Maccabees 1, y'all. Maccabees 1, KJV. So y'all gotta forgive my phone. This one's tore up right here. All right. Maccabees 1. And it happened after Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, had smitten Darius, king of Persia and Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece. Okay, so this is Alexander the Greek had killed Darius, all right, King Darius, and took over being the first Roman to officially take Greece. 40, I think it's 40. 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and everyone should leave his law, and all heathens agreed according to the commandments of the king. Let's keep going, though. Yeah, many also Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. The Sabbath, which we know is on Saturday, it's not on Sunday. For the king has sent letters by messenger unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah that they should follow the strange laws of the land and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifices and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbath and feast days. Let's keep going. And pollute the sanctuaries and holy people. Set up altars and groves and chapels of idols. Sacrifice swine's flesh, because we should not eat that swine. That's the Romans, Caucasians, they do that. Y'all have to know what's going on. And unclean beast, like catfish, shellfish, crab, lobster, that they should leave the children uncircumcised and make their souls of abomination with all manners of unclean and profanation. So the ones who did not want to keep the law had a problem with the ones who did. Okay, and so that's where the problem came in. Okay, the ones who got kicked out of Spain and Portugal, remember, they were kicked out of Spain and Portugal, expelled all Jews, right, to the islands of St. Thomas, which have been discovered in 1471. Okay, so if you didn't convert over to Christianity, remember Christianity, if you didn't convert over to Christianity, you were expelled. All right, and they had a problem with that, but let's keep reading. By these colonists, St. Thomas soon became a comfortable place of trade and valuable in its sugar plantations 30 years after their settlement. Let's keep going though. Ghana, Congo, and mini Congo, and the colonists had plantations furnished from 150 and 3,000 Negro slaves. They were taken from these places and put into slaves, these Jews, okay? All right, let's read just a little bit more. I'll give y'all just a little bit more. In the beginning of the 16th century, the Spaniards and Portuguese began to transport Negroes for familiar labor to the West Indies and Brazil, by which the Negro trade was rapidly increased. The Spaniards had their first settling in the West Indies, right? Immediately treating the natives of that part of the globe according to the Pope's instructions. Remember, reduce all infidels into slavery, right? So they acted according to what? His instructions, Pope's instructions. Okay, so let's keep going. They divided them by families or districts among themselves as slaves, right? So this book right here is going into just so much detail, as y'all see. It is a great book. I suggest that you get it. I really do. I really suggest that you get this book. It is, again, it's called The Critical Review or Annual Literatures by a Society of Gentlemen, volume 57, okay? This is volume 57, and it was written in 1783. Go get this book.
You're just the same. Said you wanna go and do your own thing. Said you only need me when you want me. Said you only want me when you want me. Oh, baby, great.